Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Monday, March 10th, 2025. If I get cut off by some mysterious entity out here, I will be back. If they cut me off again, I will do a recorded video, unfortunately, for you. I'll get this out. A lot of stuff to talk about. I wasn't even doing a video today. Most of you know I was away the weekend. I went to Gainesville, Florida to watch the NHRA Nationals. I was planning on taking this day off, but a lot of stuff going on, people. We got to put this together. So I said, you know what? Forget about taking off, Greg. It's time to bring people up to speed, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's do that. So the stock market got slammed today, people, and this really may not be the end. If you have been following my website, link in the description of this video, every single day now for at least the last 5 days, I've been doing an outline or a summary of what I believe is going on with the S&P 500. I also did one for silver for you, also crude oil as well. Now, with regard to the one for the S&P 500, look, man, it frankly nailed it to the wall. And I will get another one out later on. I'll try to get it out later on today by the morning. Absolutely. So be sure to check my website. It's free. Link in the description of this video. A whole breakdown of what's happening with the S&P 500 or the broader market. Stocks fell pretty much across the board today. Fantastic. Gold, silver, crude, commodities down. Cryptocurrencies as well. This is what you call a pan sell-off, where just the market throws everything out. Could this be a little bit of panic in here? You know, no real knee-jerk into the dollar. A little bit of dollar strength here, people. I've been telling you, this dollar has been sending us warning after warning after warning, day after day after day. We should have been seeing dollar strength, dollar strength, dollar strength on the back of everything that's going on here geopolitically. We're not seeing that. We're seeing dollar weakness, dollar weakness, dollar weakness, dollar weakness. You got to look for these little things, man. Generally, the dollar. Okay, everybody, oh, you know, it's a safe haven. Let's knee jerk into the dollar. We haven't been seeing that until today. We got a little knee jerk in. I'm going to tell you right now. And we're going to cover this in just a moment. Never before in the history of this country, since we've had the world reserve currency, has it been under more threat than right now. I believe there is a possibility that 4 years or less, the United States could lose its reserve status, reserve currency status. The United States, people, we are being erased. We're being erased in more ways than one. We're going to talk a little more about this in just a moment here. Now, with regard to the stock market, I sent this out to you guys and girls earlier while the market was still on, just to give you guys a heads up as to what's going on here. I'm working my hardest, people, to give you guys, keep you guys ahead of the curve. Now, I wrote Lions, a critical level, potential for larger losses. Let me just read this to you. So stocks are dropping. This was earlier. And with that, here's a short breakdown of what to look for. The S&P 500 is testing its 200-day moving average, which is critical for determining the long-term trend. Okay, you don't even have to know all the jargon, but that's the truth. It gives us a signal or a sign as to what's happening longer term. Now, a move below this average could suggest a longer-term bearish trend and potentially larger losses. Now, again, I told you guys the other day that we needed to hold a certain level. You remember I said that in my video? I did a paper on it. I sent this out to you guys. We've clearly dropped below that right now. Now, a break below 5,500. Let me just show you what I'm talking about real quick. Look where the S&P 500 is, the middle here. You see that? A break below 5,500 would suggest steeper losses. We could also see a little bouncing around here. I'm not saying that this is it. It's the big crash, because the big crash is going to begin and end in the debt market. I don't give a damn about where the stock market goes day to day, week to week, or really even month to month. This gets everybody rattled. To me, I am only concerned about the debt market meltdown. The debt market meltdown is an inevitable fact. It is going to happen. We are going to see a sell-off in the debt market that people are going to spin around like their heads around like the Exorcist, I'm telling you. And that's going to wipe out what happened today. Oh, it looked pretty bad, right? It's been going on for a while now. Okay, I get that. We had one little bounce on Friday. Okay, whatever. We've been down, 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 down. It's nothing, man. If you think what you're seeing now is anything, well, then I guess you completely don't get it, man. When the debt market implodes, and it will, you're going to see stock markets fall so fast, you're not going to know what hit you. I'm telling you right, your investment plans. Again, look, the illusion of the market, we'll see if the Fed jumps in here and starts to buy. What have we been hearing out of Elizabeth Warren, out of President Trump, out of Bessent, who promised he's going to get that 10-year yield lower? Lower rates, lower rates, lower rates. Lower rates means you lose. It means we all lose. We're all losing. Wherever you live in this world right now, you're losing because of the mechanism of artificially suppressed rates, which means a loss of currency purchasing power. You all know this, man. And it's a wrecking machine for the global economy. This is not real. You think the stock market's real? You think there's a single asset today that has a real price discovery behind it? No, it's all fake. It's floating. We're a house of cards floating on oceans, plural, of debt. I've been telling you this for 1,000 years, man. Get up to speed. It's just over, man. It's over. And I've been telling you guys ago, this is going to get real. But again, it's the debt market that's going to tell us what's going on here. Period. We've had quite an unstable debt market as of late. It's been all over the freaking place. And without central banks getting in here and creating more cash out of nothing to buy more debt, that's what keeps the rates down. It will end. Maybe it's starting to end now. But there's a narrative going on right now that you and I really got to pay attention to. And I want to talk more about that. We're going to start off. Well, let me start off with this. So apparently there's a major, massive cyber attack, which they're going to use and blame on whoever they want to create more problems here. Do you actually believe that there's a massive cyber attack going on right now? I don't buy it. I don't believe it at all. I think this is some kind of a scam. This whole thing is a scam. People are being scammed. And this is part of it. Are they going to blame Russia, our new friend? Or are we going to blame China, our old adversary? Who are we blaming for this one this time? Okay, and what are we going to do? What is President Trump going to hit him with 100% tariffs or maybe 200 or 300% tariffs? What do you think they're going to use? Because nothing like this, first of all, it doesn't happen by accident. That's number one. Number two, who do you think is going to be blamed is what you really should be looking at. That's the question. Who's going to be blamed for this massive cyber attack? You think they're going to blame someone for it or they're just going to let it go? Jonathan, thank you. Now with this, I am, as of right now, at blocked. I cannot post on X. And it ain't just me, people. I've been hearing from a lot of other YouTubers, some of which you know. I'm not going to mention their names because I want them to tell you themselves. They've also been blocked as well. So this free speech platform, I don't think so. By Baphomet with his upside down cross on his chest. You still trust this guy? Good for you. Anyway, look. Let's touch on economic news that's happening here. Now, this shit, nothing. The beauty of all this right now, all of it, none of it's going to surprise you because you and I called it before it happened, and we haven't seen anything yet. So I have been screaming from rooftops that what we're seeing here on the federal level with regard to jobs, if you think you're going to get away from it, you have another thing coming. The job market is being destroyed, not just at the federal level, but they're coming for your jobs as well. The economy is in free fall. The economy has been in free fall for a long, long, long time. All through Trump's tenure, free fall. Oh, you didn't think that was the case? Look at the money velocity. Lower, lower. All through Trump, all through Biden. Whoa, all through Obama. Let's back up. Obama. Money velocity, lower, or the rate at which cash moves through an economy. Lower through Obama, lower under Trump, lower under Biden. And now we're getting a little kick up in that money velocity. That's inflation. I told all of you that was going to happen. We all talked about it here. We had a little powwow. We sat down. We explained it all. And you haven't seen nothing yet because there's not a single roadblock being put up right now. Look, President Trump's done a lot of things that a lot of you would say are pretty damn freaking good. I would say I can't disagree with some of it. That's the truth. But a lot of the other stuff that's going on here is not so good. The number one thing that is not so good is he has not done a single thing. Zero. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, he did. He threw $1 billion at inflation. It ain't working. I told you it wasn't going to work. It's not going to work. There's not a single roadblock to stop the tsunami of inflation that's coming at us. This tsunami is getting bigger and it's picking up more velocity. So those of you here, the 41% of you so far that say you can handle more inflation, remember you said that because you haven't seen a thing yet. You want to talk about inflation? I'm walking around the track yesterday. A hamburger and fries, $18. My mind was blown. A bag of popcorn about this big, $8. One cup about this large of ice cream, $9. Some of you must be multimillionaires, just like Elon Musk, the real president of the United States. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Donald Trump. I got to have a little fun. And if you guys want to get triggered and freak out, go ahead. Because you know what it means to me? Zero. Going back to what I was saying. Wait and see where we're going to go with regard to this. Not just on the federal level, but in the private sector. Let me read this to you. Market Watch, it's getting uncomfortably difficult to find a job. Why the latest reports is giving job hunters the jitters here. We already know this. Even before the release of Friday's employment report, which was absolutely abysmal, was the worst we've seen in many years here. The labor market was beginning to test the nerves of American job hunters. Now that the numbers are in and we know what they are, experts are saying, well, there's worse is going to come here. Really? Oh, okay. We really needed these experts to tell us that. I guess not, huh? How about this one? You surprised about this one? Consumer credit continues to rise. Record debt. They call it credit, but it's debt. Higher and higher and higher and higher. With debt defaults across the board skyrocketing. What has Greg been telling you? The banks are in trouble. You're not allowed to know that black hole balance sheets. I'm not even going to go on about it anymore. Let us move forward here on the economic front. So Canada is going to slap a 25% surcharge on U.S.-bound electricity. Hey, people, for those of you that thought that wars were going to end when Donald Trump was selected as president of the United States, and I did say selected. No, we're in a war right now. We're in a global economic war. And just because you don't see blood, okay, because this is how dense some people are, doesn't mean people aren't suffering. Sound about right to you? Or is it only war when someone's brains are getting splattered all over the place? No, this is an economic war, and it's worsening. It's not getting better. Let us move forward here. Oh, you're really going to love this one here. You're going to love this one. So Fed President Williams, this creature. Yes, he's a creature. I can say that. You know why I can say that? I was turning over a new leaf, and I decided things like this are not human beings. So I can call them creatures and things because that's what it is here. Data points point to stable inflation expectations. This should be the biggest tell to you that you are about to see inflation surge at a pace you're not going to believe moving forward. I think we're pretty much on the same page. Yes, maybe? Huh? Yeah. These creature things, again, they follow a different book than we do. Their book, they got to lie to you. That's period. That's a fact. I think we're on the same page here. So data points to stable inflation. Stable, meaning it's going to rise on a stable way, or is it going to stabilize? There's no way to stop this. There's no way to stop it because there's no one putting a roadblock here. President Trump could do this. We need much higher rates. I understand what I'm talking about. We're already in a recession going into what's probably going to be the greatest depression of all time. Not just that, an inflationary depression. For some people, this has started already. For people of losing their jobs at the federal level, soon to come right to you. You're going to be in the same boat. Because this is not going to stop. We are moving into an inflationary depression. And for those of you that 39% of you that say you can handle it, you're going to be weeping. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Does that sound familiar to you? Because that's going to be you. Unless, of course, you maybe decide to stand up to what's going on right now. Start demanding that things change here. To put up a roadblock to the tsunami of inflation that is coming at us. It cannot be stopped unless there's direct action taken against it. But according to President Trump, this is just a transition period for the economy. It's a transition. So if you get fired and you can't find a job because it ain't too easy right now, don't worry about it because it's just a transition. It's a transition, so it's okay. If you can't provide for yourself, you can't provide for your family. If they take your house, your car, whatever you think you might have here, seize your bank account because you can't pay your bills. It's just a transition. It's a transition. Must be, right? And the White House is pushing back against recession talk. Oh, don't worry. We're going to be booming. The economy is going to be taking off. You know that because that's what you were promised during the campaign, as well with lower prices, which are going to be on day one. That didn't work out too well for you. Ain't going to either, man. You were lied to. It wouldn't have helped if the other freak got in. You know that. Okay, for those of you, Greg is beating up on Trump. And it would have been better. No, it would have been better. You guys and girls know that. We're in free fall. We've been in free fall. Again, all through Obama, all through Trump's last time. You were just oceans of debt that gave the illusion that things were okay. Jonathan, thank you. And dude, you might be right. Anyway, pushback. Don't worry. No recession. You should be very worried because we're in one and we're going into an inflationary depression, unless, of course, action is taken. But that action needs to be now. People, look, man, I don't know another way to tell you this. The lag effect, it could be years. If today President Trump had an epiphany and he went knocking on the door of the Federal Reserve, Powell, you thing creature, vomitous mass that you are. Oh, Greg's bad again. Let me in. I want to talk to you. If they decide to open the doorway for our illustrious president, and our president walked into the witch's coven in there and said, "Listen, man, Greg Mannarino is absolutely right. He's been banned from Twitter. He's blocked from Twitter, but Greg is really good. So listen, we need to start dramatically raising rates. President Trump, do you know what you're saying here?" Yeah, I know what I'm saying because I got to protect the people. I got to protect the purchasing power of the currency. Either that or President Trump finally will listen to Greg because I've written to him like 20 freaking times about enforcing the Gold Reserve Act of 1934, which could stop all this right now, right freaking now. The Gold Reserve Act of 1934, people, it's in there for one reason. It exists to stabilize the economy. We're not stable at all. The economy is in free fall. The stock market ain't doing too well. President Trump could turn this all around by executive order. But no, let's sign an executive order to ban the Enola Gay. Yes, named after Tibbets, the pilot who flew the B-29 bomber over Japan and in Hiroshima thing. Let's ban that because that's really a great thing because it says the word gay in it. Because it's named after his mother, Enola Gay. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with rocket scientists now in control of the government. That's freaking smart, and you can't make it up. Anyway, look. So don't listen to Greg anymore. Goldman Sachs slashes 2025 GDP forecast to negative. Well, we knew that already. But Goldman Sachs wants you to know it too. How's that one? Oh, how about this one? Here's another beautiful one. Russia begins piloting digital gold system for international settlements. A blockchain-based token system which will allow settlements of gold to allow Russia to sidestep U.S. sanctions. I don't think President Trump's going to be too happy about that because he said we were going to be putting large-scale, both were his words, right, Random Earth? Thank you. Large-scale sanctions on Russia. Well, that's all good too, right? Going back to where I started. You see this? We're running out of time here. I did a video, I don't know, a week or two ago. I told you we got 6 months left. That wasn't regarding the stock market. That was regard to the economy. Don't listen to Greg. According to Goldman, the super bank we're in a lot of trouble. Our economy is over and done. And this is not just here in the United States, it's the entire world. What's the common denominator? How could it possibly be that every so-called developed nation today living under the rulership of a central bank is all in the same boat? Maybe it's the central banks that are the common denominator. Oh, wow. What a concept. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. This world isn't run by presidents, no matter what their complexion might look like here. They can even look orange, some of them. Ooh, Greg Stedman taking another dig at Trump. Well, does it look orange to you? Is that why you're upset? I'm goofing around, man. And if you can't handle a little goofing once in a while, again, click out. Just fly away somewhere. You're not welcome here in this pride. I'm trying to weed this channel in case you don't notice here. All right. Every single weak link is out of here. Okay. So that's how I look at it. And if they can't handle it, just fly away. Anyway, as I was saying here, man, not only is the United States economy got 6 months at best before we end up in an inflationary depression situation here. Okay. We may be losing our reserve status. And I believe that. We've never been here before. Again, the United States is being erased. We are in an economic war. The United States isn't even the economic engine of the world. And our current president, we had no president last time. Let me take a stab at Biden, okay? I'm going to stab at Biden. He wasn't even the president last time. But whatever we got here, okay, ain't working. The United States is no longer what it used to be here. And I think we're pretty much on the same page. It's over. So all the threats and intimidation, the fact that we are now in a war. This is a war. Oh, wait a minute. It's not war because there's no blood. And Trump was going to get us out of all the wars. Really? Wakey, wakey. Economic war is war and people suffer. That's how like in the box people have been put. Well, hold on a minute. If there's no blood, that means there's no war. Duh. I got a wake-up call for you. That ain't true, man. We're in an economic war right now. Anyway, 6 months, people. That's all we got. We got 6 months to turn this around. And from the way I look at it, ain't happening. Ain't happening. We are in more trouble right now. And again, what's Greg's biggest worry? Okay. Let me just set the stage for you. If we understand there is a common denominator around the world that is destroying the middle class, that has and is wiped out the global economy in favor of the 1% and 2%ers, okay? All that cash being shoved up to the 1% and 2%ers, the Cantillon effect. Okay, I think we're pretty much all on the same page. You all should know what the Cantillon effect is since I've been telling you for 1,000 freaking years. Okay. My biggest worry is this. Central banks are going to coordinate. Central banks are going to coordinate to, again, shove the same nonsense in and up every single orifice that we have and tell us, hold on a minute, everyone, we need more easy money. We need to devalue the currency even more than it is. Again, we already have an inflationary tsunami at us. Let's just make it worse. Let's exacerbate the problem. We have rates that are historically low right now. But you want lower rates? I know you do, because you want to swipe those credit cards. You want to go out there and be able to borrow into oblivion that low, but then you don't want to pay it back. Just like here in the United States, we can't pay anything back, henceforth the Mar-a-Lago Accord. Let's go back to the Mar-a-Lago Accord, a debt restructuring Ponzi scheme, which is going to, again, force or allow foreign investors to swap out the debt that they currently hold for 100-year bonds that pay no interest. You heard that right. 2 perks. The 2 perks are, number one, they get to buy the bond below face value, but they have to wait 100 years to be paid off. And then number 2, it allows whoever takes this up to borrow from the Fed, make them even stronger at near zero interest rates. Yeah. Rah, rah, rah. Let's implement the Mar-a-Lago Accord. These are the same brain surgeons that want to ban the Enola Gay picture because this is gay. That's the mother's name. Yeah, that's what America voted for. We're the laughing stock of this planet freaking Earth right now. Make it up. Anyway, guys, look. You guys like all this? where we're going, where we're seeing, everything's going exactly how you thought it would go. You really didn't think you were going to get hit, and you thought everything was going to be, you thought every campaign promise was going to be real. Groceries, groceries, groceries. Every single campaign for Trump came down to groceries, groceries, groceries. He said that word, groceries, groceries, every single time, groceries. How are those groceries looking for you? Day one. You remember that? He was going to fix it all because he's the guy. You knew that. All right, guys, man. I am going to open the floor. It is now an open floor. That means you guys and girls get to ask some questions here. I'm going to try to pay attention to this it is kind of a quiet war. That's true. That's a really good comment. People, again, they don't see blood. They don't hear about a bomb being dropped and X amount of people dying. Then it's not a war. This is again the mentality of the dumbing down. The dumbing down has been so complete that people don't see an economic war where people suffer as war because no one's having their eyeballs blown out of their head or their guts splattered. But it's a war anyway. You didn't want war, you got it. My opinion, this could have been handled a completely different way. And I've been telling you this for the longest time. Oh, Greg, you're wrong. President Trump knows what he's doing. Did President Trump once tell you one time that maybe there would be a retaliation for this, or they were all going to swallow it? Did you believe that us, by putting tariffs on the rest of the world, the rest of the world was going to go, yes, sir, can I have more? Did you really think that? You might have, because I don't remember. Oh, I followed the campaign, of course. I don't remember President Trump one time saying that we should expect retaliation or that you were going to pay higher prices for anything, because that was the narrative from Scott Bessent. Don't worry, tariffs aren't going to hit you. Don't worry, you're not going to feel the pinch. Then President Trump did clarify that. Let's give the man credit. He said, yeah, we're going to feel it. And I was telling you, we're in a transition. We're in a transition, everyone. Isn't it really great? I'm so happy to be in this transition. Let's do a little Elon Musk. Daniel G, you know what, buddy? Buy the dip. Let's see where that goes. I would not advise to do that right now. I don't think we should be buying the dip right now. Again, look, guys and girls, I'm going to make this really easy for you. I could not make this easier for you. Look, man, you may not like me, or you may think I'm a pretty okay guy. All right. I'll never let you down no matter what. My style may not be for everyone. And I really do sometimes try to piss people off. Like, people telling me that I'm this, that, and the other thing here. No, don't lose it, buddy. Don't lose it, buddy. There's no reason to lose it. We got this. We got to make a little humor sometimes we got to poke humor and have a little fun here. Otherwise, this isn't too entertaining, I would have to say, right? Anyway, Joe, you're all right, buddy. I love you guys and girls, honestly. Anyway, Greg is sitting pretty. I'm doing okay, man, because our riches aren't here, man. You really think your riches are here? Huh? I don't think so. This isn't where our riches are. I think you all know that. All right. We could all live in a nice house and in a nice place, but you ain't taking any of it with you. Just remember that. Okay. Anyway, so I was saying here, I can't even read my own handwriting sometimes. Anything you guys want, JEPQ. All right, man. JEPQ does pays that real nice dividend. And with more volatility, like you're seeing, yes, you may see losses there. First of all, we're not all back in here in JEPQ. We got out of here at the top of the market. Do you realize that you and I, yeah, you and me, we nailed it to the wall? Who else got that? I don't know how many other people got that. We're in here just a little bit. Okay. I'm not saying you should rush in here and buy any more. In fact, I'd probably advise against that. But if you're in it, it doesn't matter where it goes, up, down, backwards, and sideways. You're still getting paid a nice fat dividend. And the more volatility there is with regard to JEPQ, the higher your dividend is going to be. Sound about right to you? Look, guys, I got you, man. I got you on this. The dropping with commodity prices, you think this is going to last? Look, man, the crude oil this drop. I did a whole thing on this. Look, please do me a favor. I want you guys to do me a favor here and do yourself a favor too. If you're watching this on your computer, or even if you have a chance later, again, there is a link in the description of this video. I want you to click on it right now. Click on that link that says will take you to my website, or my website. Click on that link. It's going to open up another window. Please do this. Once you open that window, I want you to scroll down just a little bit. You're going to see my breakdown of the S&P 500, which I've been updating every single day. I'm going to do it. This is my last one that you're looking at right now. I'm going to update another one for you. If you look right under that, you're going to see another breakdown. I forgot what I did there. It was crude oil or silver. And then underneath that, I did crude oil. I got you. I got you back on this. So check it out. Look at that stuff. And again, you don't have to understand the jargon. Look at my end. When you look through it, a lot of it's going to be confusing to you if you've never participated in this stuff before. But look at my conclusion at the end. Basically, I do a little outline what's going on here and what you can expect. And I will do another one later. But I want you to see what's there right now so you can get used to utilizing that resource here. Okay, it's not for me, it's for you. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at. I know a lot of people are up in arms about the whole Epstein list thing. Please don't. I've been asked to weigh in on it. I am not going to weigh in on it. Obviously, we know there's some other kind of cover up going on. It's always the same story. And talking about a cover up, people, look, man. I never, ever, ever want you guys and girls to believe a story like this. This is propaganda, okay? If it is a cyber attack, we're doing it on ourselves, okay? That's what I'm going to say. And they're going to utilize something like this to blame it on somebody else. It's always the same story. So let's see where this goes. You got to stop. See, they're hoping that you're going to look at all these stories that we just talked about. Don't worry. There's no recession. We're booming. We couldn't be better off. Just like Bidenstein, beautiful creature man. I used to call him, what was my names for Biden? Vomitous mass creature. You remember all those beautiful names? I haven't called Trump that yet. But yeah, there's pushback here. There's no recession here. Don't worry about that. And we're and just in case you were wondering, one more time, we're just transitioning. Thank you. Yes, the MMRI. I'm working on it. I promise. Anyway, it's just a transition, and then we're gonna get. This is the tit for tat. You weren't told about this. You thought we were just gonna hit everyone with tariffs and was gonna make us rich. No, you see, you were lied to there as well. But did you push back? Are you pushing back now? That was a lie, right, from get-go, that the tariffs were gonna make us all rich, because we heard the same. How many of you remember during Trump's last tenure? Let's have a little fun here for a moment, okay? Trump's last tenure, he said that the tariffs were going to pay off the debt in 3 years. He said that the tariffs were going to just eliminate our trade deficit. I'm going to give you one guess as to what happened to the trade deficit. It ballooned. I'm going to give you one guess as to what happened to the debt. It ballooned. But did any of you hold him to account and say, dude, liar, liar, pants on fire? No, you probably took it right across the face like that. And then you see this part of your hand with my little boo-boo I got here. You're taking it across the face again like that. And what are you doing? Are you pushing back? I hope so. You see, because I've been telling you since before the presidential selection that we need to keep holding our leaders to account. Otherwise, we turn into spineless mush. And that's not what you are. You're a lion. You understand? Anyway. Transition to hell. Look, guys and girls, what we need to do. Greg is Jewish because he was a doctor. First of all, I was a PA. Second of all, I am not Jewish. And why would you even put that, Alan? Not Alan Greenspan, because my buddy Alan Greenspan would never say something like that. Was Enola gay? You got me on that one. Enola might have been gay. Although I never met the woman. I never met her. This is, Brigadier General Tibbets. Man, that was his mom's name. So I am not going to say anything against this guy, or his mother over there. Okay, it's okay. Dude, it's all right, man. It's all right. I know you're probably just having a little fun, too. We're all allowed to have a little fun. You guys are allowed to poke fun at me. Please do it. If it makes everyone feel good, I think it's fine. Buying Bitcoin. You know what? All right. With regard to Bitcoin, dude, I agree with you here. I think people need to be buying the dips, and I should have said that. Buy every single dip that comes along with gold, especially silver. You know that. With regard to this market, people, look, man. No, I don't play golf, man. I've tried golf. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. So I gave it up. My dad used to play. I don't think he was any good either. Maybe it's like an all bloodstream. I don't know. Something along those lines. Is XRP a buy here? I think most people that follow my work would know that answer, but we're going to tell you, yes, I think XRP is a buy here. I believe these things. I believe people, look, man, I've never said one time ever that people need to be all in on this stuff. I've only said that I believe that people need to have some cryptocurrency in their portfolio. I think that's important. Golf is not as intense as drag racing. You're absolutely right. Did I show you guys this? Let me show you something cool. You want to see something cool? Watch this video. I'm going to show you a cool video. This is me the other day. Let's see if you can. Ready? Watch this. Ready? It's going to start over again. Watch. You know, golf is all well and good. I'm sure there's a lot of golfers out there. But that, looking up at the sky, being pinned to the seat, my face like this, maybe a little more exciting. Anyway, all right, guys and girls, listen, with regard to X or whatever it is, I will try to repost there again. As of right now, I am at blocked, and I'm not the only one. So there's a couple other people out here who you know. I'm going to tell you right now that I've also been blocked. So I'm going to say that this is more of like deliberate, that they're actually blocked. You mean there's no free speech anymore? You mean Baphomet, the Antichrist Satanist himself, is blocking people from telling the truth? Oh my. Anyway, all right, guys, look, man, this guy loves you. And I mean that with all I got. All right. Let's just reconvene as we usually do in the morning. You got blocked too? I don't doubt it. I don't believe this is a cyber attack. I'm telling you, something else is going on over there, and they're going to blame someone. Let's just wait to see what happens here. It's a beautiful thing. All right. That's all, guys and girls. Again, if I have earned your thumbs up, I would hope you would give me one. Again, I wasn't even going to do this video. I just thought it was important, gauging from what's happening. So I hope that maybe I get a thumbs up out of you over there. With regard to commenting, please do that. Guys and girls, that's it. All right. Love you all. Again, please take care of yourselves, each other. I will see you in the morning. Make sure you check my website. Like I said, give me a few hours on this. I say maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock. Or if you don't see it then in the morning, I'm going to put out a whole new breakdown of the S&P 500 for you. After what happened today, I think is kind of important. So check that out. Again, link in the description of this video. All the stuff on my website's free for you. And, well, I better shut up, right? I'll see you.